Howdy, everybody. On another edition of Near Workshops, I'm really excited to have Welldone Studio here debuting like their Remix IDE plugin for Near. So this is very exciting. A lot of you who are familiar with developing on Ethereum, especially through the web environment, know about Remix. And having a plugin for Near is, yeah, I didn't even expect this. So I'm really excited to see this demoed and a little tutorial on how to work this. So yeah, without further ado, if you want to take it away.
All right. Hi. First, thanks for inviting me. I'm Suyang Hyun, a developer at Welldone Studio from DSRV. Welldone Studio contributes to the blockchain ecosystem by developing essential services. Today, I would like to introduce a Remix IDE plugin for Near called Welldone Code. Before introducing the development tool, let me explain about Welldone Wallet. Welldone Wallet is a browser extension wallet. What makes it different from other wallets is that it supports multiple chains. Using a single mnemonic, users can manage keys across different chains and interact with contracts on multiple chains through the Welldone Wallet. We can use this wallet to interact with REMIX IDE. For your information, the Welldone wallet is, of course, included in the Near Wallet selector, and it is also whitelisted for the upcoming Near Wallet migration event, which will happen soon. What is the REMIX IDE? As you may know, REMIX is an open source smart contract development tool that can be used by developers of all levels. Since it's a web-based IDE, there's no need for setting up a development environment, which makes it incredibly convenient for development. However, REMIX IDE only supports EVM-based chains. That's why not only in Near, but also in non-EVM chain communities, people often ask if there is a tool like REMIX IDE. So why is a tool like REMIX important? The rapid growth and expansion of the Ethereum community were not only due to the excellence of Ethereum itself, but also because of the teams and foundations that developed and contribute tools like MetaMask, Ganache, Truffle, and Remix IDE, and a lot of educational materials. Using Remix allows developers to easily develop contract, making it the most convenient tool for onboarding developers. That's why we planned a service called Welldone Code and developed a Remix IDE for multi-chain. With Welldone Wallet and Welldone Code, you can develop contract for various chains. Now, let's take a look at the demo video. First, we install the Welldone Wallet. Then we access to the Remix homepage, and if you click the plugin button below, you can check the list of Remix official plugins. Here, active code by Welldone Studio. Next, we can choose Near. And next, we connect the wallet. Yes, since there is no current project, we first create a new project. For example, TypeScript contract. Then a new empty project structure is created for TypeScript contract. Next, select the Rust countersample code. Now you can see the generated sample template code. We select the project to compile and then click the compile button. The compilation begins. Developers do not need to set up the compiler locally. I think it maybe it takes some time to compile, and we will receive from the we will receive the WASM file from the compiler server. I can see that and deploy it on chain. Click the deploy button and click yes. Send transaction. You can see the row there, and you can check your transaction through the Explorer. Contract deployed. Since the general Rust compiler doesn't provide ABI information, so you need to enter the parameter type manually, like this, field type value. But we support other compilers, so we can try other one. Now we use the Carboneer build that generates the ABI. The code is sent to the compiler server, and after the compilation, the compiler server returns the ABI and WASM files to Remix. It takes time too, but currently five chains are supported, like Aptos, Juno, Clayton, Cello, and Near, and more can be added. There are several advantages to this approach. One of them is that it can increase accessibility to multi-chain development for developers already in the NEO ecosystem. This means that developers from other chains can also easily onboard to NEO ecosystem. Developers from other chains can try NEO contract development without any additional setup. That's the point, I think. I understand. We will try deploying the contract again. Using the deployed contract API, it generates an input form for the parameter. Then through the execution of view or call functions, you can easily interact with a contract. Click the call function and press the send button to complete the transaction. You can see the role, and through the view function, you can check the change in state. You can develop using various languages, include TypeScript and assembly script and Rust and compilers. Also, I think this would be a great tool for educational purpose, such as near academy or near university like that. The overall structure is as follows. We import the plugin into Remix. The plugin sends the code from the Remix editor to the compiler server and deliver the transaction to the wallet using the WASM binary received from the compiler server. Then the wallet signs transaction and sends it to the RPC node. By providing a compiler server, we offer a more comfortable development environment for developers. For more details, you can follow along with the official NEO developer documentation as provided. Now, there is one more thing I'd like to mention. What makes a smart contract smart? we say that contract code is transparently available and anyone can see them. However, in reality, that's not the case. There is currently a lack of tools that allow anyone to easily verify and check contract code. It's like how Ethereum's ecosystem has verification tools provided by Etherscan, but Near doesn't have them yet. So we are building a verification service. Anyone can easily request the contract verification and check the verification status. Let's take a look. This is a version currently under development. Enter the network and contract address and then enter the compiler information and upload source code. When verifying, it compares the compiled source code and with the on-chain code for validation. A certain amount of time is required to compile. Once the verification is complete, the verification status and files are saved. And then other user can see that. And we can also execute view functions and call functions while checking the code. Okay, connect wallet and send transaction. And can check the changed value. It should be 4. Yeah. Yeah. In this case of Near, the code verification is more important because the contract code can always be updated before the contract account is locked. But there are other reasons that make code verification difficult. A language like Rust doesn't guarantee that the build is deterministic by the compiler. This means that the output built by the same Rust code is not always the same, depending on the compilation environment, like for example, OS or compiler version or packages installed. So we can provide verification service for contract deployed through the REMIX IDE plugin. When compiled and deployed through REMIX IDE, as you can see on the screen, we store the environment and source code of the compiler machine at that moment, and we can attempt accurate verification when a verification request is made. And we plan to provide this as an API for third parties like Explorer. Not only these services, but we are also creating and providing various educational content for developers who want to enter the Near ecosystem. We offer contents on various topics, such as the account model and migration contract, yeah, something like that. By providing the Welldone wallet and code and verification service and educational materials to the Near ecosystem, we are contributing to the Near developer community. Thank you very much for listening to my presentation so far, and I really appreciate it for this wonderful opportunity to present. If you have any question about collaboration or other matters, please contact me. Thank you.